Just getting the stream set up. I haven't streamed in a little while, so I wanted to maybe get something out there for you guys. And I haven't done any community posts either to show you guys what I've been working on. So it's kind of just like a sort of progress check. I don't know any other better way to phrase it, but Scarface, welcome. Stutopian Studios, hello. I hope everybody's day is going all right. Just another Sunday. Fortunately or unfortunately. Could go either way. A-Train, welcome. Ripoff, hello. And just so you guys know, I will be trying to post the Elita video sometime this week before, the end of the week. Preferably today or tomorrow. Depends on how that goes. And then we'll figure it out after that. Clover Tails, welcome. Scarf, thank you. And good day wishes to you as well. Alright, we're just waiting for people to pile in. In any case, I've been working on a version 2 of a very popular character. It's obviously a G1 character who I did previously, but I wanted to make an improvement because of how many people suggested I make an improvement and how many people thought that the previous version was not quite up to snuff. And this character is a Decepticon. I think you can make it out pretty easily. Ripoff, yes, you are correct. So this is not Megatron's head, but this is his mind control helmet thing. I didn't know how else to make something that would, let's say, cover his head. So I just made another head. And I don't have that weird purple bluish shade, so I just use regular purple. A-Train, yes, I will come out with all the tutorials after the Bumblebee, TF1 Bumblebee, or B127, comes out, so, yeah. And then we got the mace. It is unchanged from the previous version. Pretty simple. I feel like the actual mace part could be a little chunkier, but I'm not exactly sure how to expand that. Yeah, Stutopian, I mean, they're one-off accessories, so I don't think they're necessary. It's just, I wanted to add some accessories since I thought I gave Optimus a fair share. You should take that purple helmet head and use for a Scourge G1. That'd be a good idea. I forget how his head looks like, but I'm pretty sure he's blue. Correct me if I'm wrong, but... when is Ratchet and Ironhide tutorial? Good question. That'd be a really quick video to make. So maybe middle of the week sometime. Because I know when I originally posted the video, I didn't plan on doing instructions until after a couple guys, but I kind of just piled on the showcases and with all the Optimus videos, and then no one requested the tutorial, and then people are still asking, so I think I want to do it. C-Bunny, could you make famous movie and TV show cars into Transformers? I'd be open to that. I mean, whoever that'd be purely based on what car that would be. Because I would say I really like cars, just as a baseline. And that's one thing that helped me get into Transformers, because they turn into cars, which are cool. So, yeah, if you have any suggestions for what car would a Transformer turn into, I'd be really open to that. Do you think that you will do a Sideswipe, Red Alert, and Sunstreaker? Yes. Actually, Sideswipe, I have a Sideswipe built. I don't have a Sunstreaker built. I'm stuck on that design. It's an odd build because I have to make them look in vehicle mode identical to Sideswipe, but in robot mode identical to Wheeljack. At least in terms of the placement of the car parts. But if you want to see Sideswipe, there he is. And he's the same build as Red Alert would be, which I don't have built. But that's how he looks. I mean, he's part of my backlog, which is sizable right now, to say the least. Anyways, yeah. And then I've also, for continuing on Megatron accessories, you know, you got the infamous accessory that nobody forgives anybody for, but you know, it's kind of necessary. I didn't build any battle damage parts though, because I don't exactly want to you know, destroy Lego, because I don't know any other way to replicate that. And then we got the Kita Vector Sigma. It's pretty vague, but you know, just a 1x2 tile. It's pretty simple. And then we got stock. So this will have the proper alternate mode in comparison to my previous version, which didn't have these add-ons. And then to continue that, we also have the silencer. So you're starting to get a scale of how big this guy's gonna be. Got that. And then, obviously, fusion cannon. Can't forget about that. Just a jumper plate on top. Nothing special. This is actually for a combination of the stock and silencer, because I wanted to sort of go for the MP36 look, where all the accessories stack on top of each other. Actually, I can show that for you guys right here. What if you made a meme out of Lego, but it transformed? I'm not exactly sure how that would look, but that's a cool idea. I mean, I'm more open to obviously canon ideas, you know, stuff that already exists, in terms of characters and their designs. But, you know, if you have a good idea, I'm open to at least trying something out. And then if that doesn't go well, then too bad. Anyways, here's the stock silencer fusion cannon setup I was talking about. It's just a cool way to display all of Megatron's accessories, and I'm pretty sure STSC did one for his larger scale Megatron as well. You know, just referencing off of MP36 still. So, and this, I'm not exactly sure what you call this section, but on MP36 it splits apart, so it's more of a tripod. But this one obviously does not have that feature, so it's not exactly the most stable, which is unfortunate, but you know, I'm not exactly planning on being super rough with this. Let's see. Well, obviously, I haven't shown Megatron yet. Here's the rest of the barrel. If you don't have the silencer attached, this gray bit would be what's attached. So there's a significant size difference. Thank you, Stutopian. Thank you very much. And then here we have the brick. Yeah, I would say it's a significant upgrade to my version 1. I would still say there are some things that could be improved upon, but I'm really happy with how the arms and the legs turned out. And I think the torso is a much cleaner design, so it looks good on both sides in comparison to version 1, which didn't exactly have that. But you can see the head poking at the top, which is unfortunate, but with the fusion cannon on top, you know, it kind of distracts you from looking at that. Although it is a bit of a sore thumb because his face is completely different color compared to everything else, which is fairly monochrome. Thank you, A-Train. Would you ever consider building Diaclones as Scarface? I mean, practically, what I am building is technically originated from Diaclone, so you could say that, but in terms of the toy designs, it's just making toy designs but in different liveries, right? Just with, rather than the specific Transformer liveries, you'd go with the toy designs. So, I mean, that'd be a fun series to do, but I'm not exactly sure how many people would be interested in watching that. In any case, I would like to change these 1x1 tiles as the thighs into these slopes to make it a little smoother. You think you'll ever do some mini builds, like 6 studs tall mini? I mean, that's a very small scale. Bumblebee shorter than 6 studs, I believe. Actually, no. Bumblebee is taller than 6 studs. There's a 1x6 plate. Yeah. I mean, sort of counts, right? 6 stud tall. I mean, it's a stretch, but I'd be open to doing it as long as I have enough characters to build. You know, because once you start going down in size, your quality also goes down, which means you need to substitute with quantity. So, yeah, I'm not sure. Like Synthetic Mason, yeah, that's really small. I'd be open to doing it, but I would like to do a different series in terms of characters. Like maybe, I'm not sure. Something other than G1 or TF1, just for some variety. And who knows, maybe something in scale, because how Beast Wars is significantly smaller than G1 scale in universe. So maybe I could do like a mini series of Beast Wars and just have them all scale with the G1 builds. It's actually not a bad idea. I'd be open to doing that. Megatron V2 is a huge upgrade. I'm definitely building it when the tutorial comes out. Good to hear. Yeah, I would agree. Definitely big upgrade. You should build a Menasor, A-Train. Yes, I should. Menasor is pretty awesome. By the way, if you want to see my progress on a Menasor, I have a head. I think I showed this off last stream as well. But I have a head. So you could sort of see how massive he's going to be. He's going to be like way up here. I mean, taller than any other transformer I've made. So at least 10 inches tall is a good estimate. So he's gonna be big. And I also have a Bruticus head, but I don't have any good ideas on how that's gonna work out. Here's that head. Just simple, It's not finished obviously, but I was just messing around building some combiner heads. So those are the two I came up with. I don't have heads for Defensor or Superion though, so yeah. That piece in the front looks like it's going to be a new Starscream. I would assume you're talking about this piece. This is not a Starscream. It's a failed attempt at building a Bayverse Prime leg, which I wanted to try to see if it would work out, and it didn't work out. Because I wanted to model it after the, Studio Series one, but that didn't quite work out. Transformers Prime would be cool, but I think it would be near impossible. Are you referring to the G1, or no, not G1, what am I talking about? Mini builds? Because I feel like that could be fun, because Prime has a fair amount of characters and a fair amount of varying scale as well. So I think that could be fun. What about Technobots? Yeah, I'd be open to them, and same with, the Terracons, the original ones. So, I'm not sure. I mean, that's like moving on to season 3, which I still have not yet watched, but I don't know. There is a chance. Because Computron's pretty cool. He's a fun design, but he's got a lot of red and orange. Scarface, thank you for tuning in. And hope to see you next time. I've done Prime Mini and Large. Nobody says they're all too great, though. I'm sorry to hear that, Stutopian. Sorry to hear that people don't like it. anyways, here's the changed thighs. So it's better looking. And then it just adds an extra step for those slopes to rotate around. So yeah. Oh, and if you want to see it with the silencer in stock, which is my personal favorite of the alternate mode looks. Hold up. This thing's not easy to plug in. It's a little thin. And then clip this. There we go. Ta-da! It's pretty cool. Alright. A-Train, thank you for visiting. Be back soon. Alright. You think you'll do combiners like Optimus, Maximus, or Volcanicus? They don't combine in G1, but what if they did with their G1 designs? That would add a whole nother level of complexity I'm not ready for. I'm also not a huge fan of those additional designs, but you know, I mean, I already have a fair share of those Optimus Maximus characters built, and I'm not ready to add combiner limbs or any other mode into that. Oh, to make them separate builds? I guess, I don't know. I'm not on with that idea yet, but who knows? What do you think is your most used Lego piece? That's a great question and a difficult question. I mean, there's obviously things like jumper plates. I use a lot of those, and these tiles, clips, just regular 1x1s. Those are used a lot. In terms of, say, a specialty piece, probably the Among Us clip bar piece. That one probably. And then I guess in terms of just regular regular plate or tile, probably 1x2s is my guess. So yeah. You should make the Trans Am from Smokey and the Bandit. I'm not aware of that TV show or movie. I'm not sure what Smokey the Bandit is actually. Man, let me check. Smokey and the Bandit. Oh, it's from 1977. Okay. I'd watch it. It's a cool car. Yeah, it's a good looking car. Anyways, whoa, that's a big message. What series will you do after G1? Also, if I made Unicron, not in scale, but a Unicron with maybe a Mini Prime and Meg, or Rodimus and Galvatron. That's awesome. I mean, Unicron is obviously massive and really cool. I don't know how I would make him into a planet though, because the majority of the Unicron toys that I'm aware of are either panel formers or their body is a sphere and they look odd. So I'd be open to making maybe like a this kind of tall, or combiner height, or at least what combiner height is right now. So yeah, that'd be fun. And I'd probably do Galvatron and Rodimus rather than Prime and Megatron. Yeah, that'd be cool. Maybe some other accessories like the ships that he eats. The one with Jazz and Cliffjumper. Yeah, it would be very fun to see. And who knows, maybe if I want to do like Transformers the movie, the one from 1986, a movie display where I just have it displayed looking like the movie poster with Unicron at the top and Ultra Magnus in the middle with Hot Rod. That'd be cool. Just other cool things I've thought about, but yeah, that'd be a good idea. Let's see, other builds I'm working on or have finished already. I'm not sure how many of you guys are animated Transformer fans. Like the one from 2007 through, I don't know when it stopped, but it never got another season. But I have a couple characters built from that. First being Lockdown. Courtesy of your friend Stutopian Studios in the chat. He really wanted me to build this. So, yeah. This guy's a fun build. I'd be excited to make that video as well. And I do have an Optimus. He's a little taken apart right now because I don't have the wheels. But here he is in his truck mode. So, yeah. And I do have the jetpack thing work. It's here, I'll show it. Jetpack and some handheld weapons, axe and Magnus hammer. So let's just get that out of the way. I've always thought of giving my mini builds props like the Nemesis or Arc and stuff, but I'm very bad at making larger builds stable or interesting, and I don't have enough pieces. Yeah, that's a very difficult region to travel into, because once you increase in size, your stability decreases tenfold. Another car you can make is Lightning McQueen. I think that would be a fun build. I also think that would be a very creepy build because the eyes. But that would be fun. I'm not exactly sure where the limbs would be, but creativity. Also, if you know BX Bricks, he made a concept out of one of his prototypes into a Lightning McQueen, and it looked cursed. But whatever you're a fan of. Not trying to attack you or anything, but just saying, for what I thought it was very odd. Student Scissors, welcome. Will you do more original characters? So I've been working on some concepts. I haven't built anything yet, but just to add on to the crew of Avalanche, because I really liked that build. Let me just grab him. This is my version 2 of Avalanche, which I think looks cleaner. It could look cleaner, though. It is very gappy, and I tried to keep the transformation relatively similar, but this is the vehicle mode. I think it's definitely better than version 1, but yeah, I wanted to add on with, say, maybe some other snow-based vehicles, like if you've ever seen those Ripsaw tanks, those things are really awesome looking. And I mean, I'd probably keep the relatively monochrome look, potentially moving on to like other colors, maybe green or blue. Nothing super flashy though. But yeah, I'd be open to that. The only issue I have with all the original characters though is naming them. That's the part I hate the most. I guess you could also say it's the part I like the most because it's the time I spend the most thinking about the character and developing their personality, rank, all those extra fun things. But right now, Avalanche is the only one I have he's the only original character I have built currently. So that's what we got. I'm not sure, I might make a original character of Topsy. So I don't know how many of you guys actually watched that video, because it's made for a completely different audience. But this is like a remote control semi-truck that's made out of these circuit cube things. They're really small. They're much smaller than the Lego motors. And this is just a fun build. And it was on a truck that I liked. And Topsy's the nickname, but it is a logging truck. And I think it would scale well with this guy. Maybe be the big, strong brute of the team. Not exactly sure. Yes, the eyes and mouth would be creepy on a Lightning McQueen. Very odd. I do want to request another car from a TV show, but there's a certain thing on the car, but the TV show was great. My dad showed me it. He grew up with this show. It's a very vague comment. I'm not exactly sure what you're requesting, but sure. I can't do OC builds if I don't know how to do the transformation. I'm cooked. I mean, I think that's the fun part of making an original character, because you just you add on, you make your own things, and you make each different section a part that you want it to be, and you don't have to conform to any CGI model or any cartoon design or drawing or whatever. So I think in that way, building original characters is very fun. Walter White's mobile home. That'd be fun. That's actually a good idea, but I don't have, actually I might have colors for that. That'd be cool. General Lee, that's a very good suggestion. I mean, obviously a fan of that car. I do need more orange though. I don't have any orange. Next to none orange, but I was thinking, so I played some racing games at a friend's house, and I really liked the specific car. It was the um, GT from Ford GT from um, what do you call, from 05, 06, those 2 years specifically. It was like an updated version of the GT40. And I really liked it, so I might. But I also thought about any kind of car that would be popular in other types of media, like the General Lee. So yeah, that'd be a cool spot to go into, and especially just specifically focusing on the vehicle mode rather than the robot mode, and then just make the robot mode the best I could, or the best I can, excuse me. Yeah. I mean, I'd be open to making a list of ideas right now. Just writing down some stuff. So for cars, I'm still trying to plan a Halloween special to go with it. That'd be very fun. I mean, stereotypical Halloween stuff. I'm not sure. Zombies, skeletons, ghosts. I'm not sure. That'd be fun though. Zombie cliff jumper. That's a good idea. Frank D, welcome. Can you make an Autobot version of a humanoid robot that transforms into a polar bear? That'd be very cool. Just another Beast Wars idea, I guess. Autobot version of a humanoid robot that transforms into a polar bear. Yeah, original Beast Wars characters. That's another branch to go off into. I'm not super great with making the Beast Wars though. I have tried once and it did not go well. Yeah, it wasn't great. Bludgeon, another good idea. He's kind of spooky colored, you could say. Okay, back to making that list of cool cars. What? General Lee? GT. Where should I do the GT40? I'm not sure. Regular GT or GT40? Rip off. Try to make a Lego one-step changer. That'd be fun. I also don't know if that'd be too simple though. You know, because the majority of one-step changers have some kind of internal mechanism with like gears or spring-loaded something. And either mode is very compromised, so I'm not sure. But it could be fun just to add a simplicity, a level of simplicity. But would you do an original bludgeon design? That would be very cool. Also, it'd be another thing to add on to what I have for IDW already. So I'd be really open to that, you know, because like a legacy, what they did with Tarn and Bludgeon, they made them the same mold, which I'm not a super big fan of because I think both of them fit it relatively well, but neither are perfect. I mean, the figure is, from what I've heard, very good, but does it fit the character, either character, very well? I don't think so, personally. So, I mean, just other IDW characters, that'd be very fun. Something from Star Wars. I'd be open to doing that. Maybe a Millennium Falcon or an X-Wing. Please don't make them mold mates. No, that's not happening. Also, this guy is not fun to transform. I've also forgotten how to transform him because I haven't transformed him because it's not very fun. So that's unfortunate. Make him a real samurai, yes. I also don't know what to use for the swords though, because how do I find them? So I have some swords, right? But these are the minifigure swords, and they work very well, but only for minifigs. So I'm not sure what. Here, I have 4 of them. I don't know why I have 4 of them, but I have 4 of them. Yeah. I'm not sure how I'd make the sword. Probably just plates or something. And tiles. Melon Games, welcome. Tried to transform him on stream. Sure, I'll try my best here. Let me just dust him off from all his dust and grime. He's been sitting all alone in the corner. You should use those sword pieces that come with that one Wolverine mech Lego set. Not exactly sure what you're talking about, but I could look into it. Can you make a General Grievous Transformer? I'm not exactly sure what he would transform into. I mean, I'm also not a huge Star Wars nerd, but it's a cool idea. Okay, so let's try this out. From my knowledge, I do remember this comes off, and I don't remember if this is supposed to stay there, but we'll just leave that there. Quad ship theme of power. Not sure what you're talking about, but sure. Straightened die head. Let's see. I'm pretty sure I modeled this off of the Legacy toy, so I think, oh gosh. I really should take pictures of alt modes, because I don't display my Transformers in vehicle mode. Dominator Makes, welcome. I think this opens up somehow. Oh gosh, how did I do this? I know this becomes the front of the tank, and these are the treads, obviously. I know this is how the feet transform. I know that this stud is where the fusion cannon plugs into. Have you read any of the Transformers comics? I mean, I have a couple of the IDW books. I think I have them only in phase 2 though. I have like 2. No, I think I have 3 books. I'm not exactly sure though. And I do have the complete collection of the original Marvel comics. Not like the actual versions, but it's just a collection of all the comics in a compilation sort. That's wrong. This is wrong. Let's see. I forget where this goes. I think it's supposed to go above the head, but I'm not sure. Like this, maybe. let's see. Will Tarn get a review? Probably, once I figure out how to transform. Marvel Transformers is my favorite Transformers continuity. That's awesome to hear. I don't hear many people say that, but that's good to hear that someone enjoys it. I would say my favorite cover, not story, cover, is the Shockwave one, but I think that's kind of similar to a lot of other people's opinions because it's a very awesome cover. Actually, I think these might go behind there. I'm not sure. While we're on the subject, are there any builds you don't plan to review? Actually, there is one. It's kind of a mess right now. And just a aggressive warning. If you are not a fan of dust, don't look at this because it's very dusty and it's kind of gross. But I made a snowcat. It's in scale, sort of in scale with Topsy, and it's also supposed to go with the what do you call the circuit cubes, but it's gross and it doesn't run super well. I do have a couple pieces that came from that. This is actually a funny story. So I was running it outside and it got stuck on a rock and the motor kept turning and turning and turning and it ended up bending some of my Technic pieces. These are Technic pieces, mind you. These are not weak. So here we have like a little flywheel. This thing was bent. Like that's not easy to do. This is a pretty aggressive bend too, so can't use this piece anymore. And then I'll show another one. The Technic pin. You can't tell much with what's wrong with it, but if I turn it to this angle, you can see on this side, sorry, it's not really focusing. I'm not exactly sure how to get that, but it's very squished and it's, yeah, you can kind of see it. It's kind of funny looking. Hold up. In those basics videos. You're talking about Marvel Comics, okay. Yes, the one where Shockwave says that Transformers are all dead. That's my favorite cover. And then I hate to see how the pieces are useless. And then I'd say the worst of all is a Technic beam. That is a messed up Technic beam. Like, I don't know how those little motors managed to do this. But you can see, like, there's buckling in the sides right here in the glare. That's not supposed to be there. Like, there's, like, little mold stuff, but that is really severe. And then in a couple of these holes, actually the majority of the holes that got crumpled, you can't put a pin inside. Probably because heat. Okay, so another factor to when I was running this outside and when these pieces absolutely got destroyed, it was really cold. It was maybe not really cold. It was just sort of cold. It was 40 degrees outside. So it's not like super warm, and the motors are not warm. They don't get warm. They actually, I've I ran it for however long the battery used, or however long the battery took to run out, and the motors never got warm. Yeah, you should put those pieces in a graveyard for remembrance. I actually do have a little spot for them in there, or on the side, because I can't use these. And it's just a cool reminder, so. Yeah, that's the disaster of my Technic endeavor. But these were the only, actually don't remember how many Technic pieces were used on that build, but very few. And these were, I used them because I thought they were gonna work, which they didn't. So they let me down. Never using Technic again. I'm kidding, I might. Actually, I have. See? Cool stand. I might make more. I need more guys to fly. Do you ever plan on making roundabout or run amok? Yes. I don't know how they transform. I don't know their characters, but I know they're mold mates. I'm pretty sure. And one of them's white and one of them's black. Is my limited knowledge from Earth Wars. When Soundwave. Oh, VRO, welcome. When Soundwave? I'm not sure. Good question though. But speaking of Soundwave, I changed his head. So let me know if you guys like this better or not. Sorry, there's a dog hair right there. I'm not sure. I like it. I think it looks cool. I'm not sure if you guys want me to keep this or not. And I was also unsure about whether or not I wanted to change all the blue to dark blue, the navy blue, because that'd be more cartoon accurate, but I was basing this transformation off of whatever Robot Paradise did, their Soundwave, and I thought that looked really cool. And technically the chest window would be the wrong color, but let's see. Keep? Okay, I'll keep the head. I like the visor too. It's a little thin. I would want it to be maybe half a plate taller, but that's the use of a bracket. And it does make the back of his head red, but who looks there anyways? So yeah. And I did replace the button for a grill piece, which I need to change back, but I'm using all of my blue jumper plates right now, so this is what it's at for now. Elbows are also a little high, yes. But, I mean, what you gonna do about it? I mean, I could change the design, that would work. I don't know, I think it looks fine. And guess what? He's kibble free. There's no kibble on this guy. There are anti-studs, but that's just Lego. And right now, he has buzzsaw in his compartment. BFC Ice Studios, welcome. You're all good, my guy. Will you ever make any triple changers like Blitzwing, Astrochain, or Octane? I mean, they're just further down the list, but they're on the list. Just further down the list, which guess they're happening sometime. Not sure when, but some horrible QC. Not exactly sure what you're talking about, but yeah. Is Seabunny's character list canonically called hit list? Nope, it's just called build list. It's pretty vague. Also, I was transforming Tarn. I still have not figured it out. I don't know. This is just a mess of hinges and clips and bars and stuff. I don't know how I made this. Because I do remember when I was building him, he was also not a very pleasant thing to mess around with. So I'm not sure where this is going, or if I'm doing it correctly. Because I can usually remember how it looks in robot mode. But this is another story. When you call it hit list, it sounds vague. When you say he's further down the list, it makes you seem like... fair enough. I mean, I have a build list and it's sort of set up in a priority. So, you know, characters or media outlets that I don't enjoy as much are further down the list, obviously. So, also, you hit 1.95k midstream. Yay, I wasn't even looking. Also, we're pretty close to 2k, which is exciting. I just noticed that, but we're close to 2k subscribers. So let's see. Make 2k special Devastator. I have no parts of him right now, but I would love to. I don't, again, I don't have anything planned for 2k. Let's see. Who would I have special ready? I mean, in terms of characters, builds I have ready would be Toy Jetfire. You guys have seen him before, I think. Regular Skyfire, which I have not shown except for one leg shot. I don't know. I might do him because he's very cool. And maybe Swoop. I'm not sure. Also, I only need 2 more pieces. This tile and that tile. But that's Swoop. So that's how he's going. I'm pretty happy with this, honestly. Again, you can see the blue jumper plate shortage. I don't have any, so yeah, that's how that's going. But also, if you're wondering why I did Swoop first, it's because he's the easiest. No other reason. Need Devastator? Okay, I'll go get him. He's a very large boy. But here's some legs. Get that Tarn cannon. There's some legs of a Devastator. That's very large. And to disappoint, he has parts forming. a fair amount. These thighs are parts forming, the forearms are parts forming, and the head. But that's about it. So, well, the thighs are attached to the waist as well, which, sorry to disappoint, but I want a cool looking Devastator. I love Jetfire. I do too. I mean, I have both of them right now, and standing them next to each other. They're not the same height, but I really like them. 2K special should be Jetfire, considering how he's your favorite character, and I mean real Jetfire, not toy version. Yes, I mean, another option, as you said, would be Skyfire, and I think it's about time he gets shown, because I've had him built for maybe, let me be honest, maybe about 5 months now. He's been built, so he could definitely be shown. Harmony Gold can get lost. Yes, they can. Sad face from Ripoff. I'm sorry. Sorry, Ripoff. I hope I didn't offend you in any way. Combiners are pretty much just parts formers at a larger scale. Yeah, I mean, that's unfortunate, but I think they're cool. And this guy is really heavy, actually. And he's pretty good at standing, which I'm happy with, because I want him to stand. But he's not super dynamic. I mean, in terms of a combiner, he has more articulation than I was expecting, but let me just put him back. Thighs, forearms, and head are okay for Devastator. It's inevitable. Well, that's where the issue comes in, because I'm not sure what to do for the other combiners. Because I would like to make them in scale with the robots, like Megatron and Soundwave and such, but I'd also like them to scale with other combiners, which I set a pretty high bar because Devastator is massive. I believe, let me just take a check. To the shoulder, he is 10.5 inches tall. He's not small. So, if you're wondering how big he is, 10.5 inches to the shoulder, and maybe about 10.25 to the top of the head. He's not tiny. I don't know how Devastator is supposed to work without parts forming. Yeah, I mean, there's some stuff that comes out of nowhere. MMC is working on a non-parts forming Devastator. I mean, that's wild. I don't know how one would achieve such a thing in Lego, but yes, they are wizards. IDKY, but my dad is like a huge fan of Hound. He literally made Hound his background, so that's kind of funny. I also plan on 3D printing him a Hound action figure display. That's awesome. And Hound is a very cool character. I mean, maybe your dad just loves Willys Jeeps, which, fair enough. They're a cool car. IDKY expected him to be bigger. I mean, if you take out a ruler and show 10.5 inches, it's not small. It's pretty big. I mean, I could understand why you'd expect him to be bigger though. But I did make the bots all scale with each other, so. I had a dream of me being at your funeral the other day. Oh. Well, that's very morbid. And that's unfortunate to hear. Yeah, I finished Devastator. To answer your statement, Student Scissors. I finished Devastator maybe about a month ago. I haven't really shown him though, because, it's kind of a big secret, allegedly, but I mean, I haven't made many improvements because I've not played with him at all, because he's massive and quite unwieldy. But I did want to ask, how tall is your Predaking? I was just wondering, just as a baseline for how large it is, because I know it's very large. It's not tiny, but I was wondering how you're able to get those ball joints to work as the hips, which I obviously you could see I did on my Devastator, but I mean, if you hold him horizontally and then wiggle him a little bit, the legs kind of just flop. So he's kind of heavy. I love Hound. I need to make him at some point. Yes, Hound is pretty cool. He's like 20 inches tall. Oh my goodness. That's a big boy. That is an extremely big boy. What do I want to know who it was for? Oh. Okay. Anyways, rip off. I'm sorry to hear that. Apologies for your loss. Can I see Elita-One? Yes. I mean, you're gonna see this video in short time notice, so here's Elita. She's chunky, I know. But, vehicle mode was kind of a priority. And if you're wondering, here's mini Elita. And I ran out of tiles, that's why I used the plates. So this is like cogless Elita. I don't have the hole in the chest. I don't have another jumper plate, otherwise that's what I would use. But she has a jet pack, and I have this built for everybody else. So yeah, there's Elita. The joints were definitely not rock solid on Predaking. Okay, good to know. I mean, from the looks of it, I thought your ball joints were fairly tight because he's able to do that one-legged stance where he's stepping on, I forget who, I think it's a minifigure, but I thought that was very impressive. And I wasn't exactly sure if I should incorporate waist swivel with my Devastator, which I did have with the ratchet hips, but it was very flimsy, and I didn't care for it. Which, I mean, the ball joints aren't much better, but they're a solution that allows them to have a natural looking A stance where the first ratchet click isn't way outside, so. Thank you, Logan. Also, welcome. Sorry I didn't say that earlier. Working out tolerances on LEGO Transformers is kind of tough. Well, it's a fortunate outcome of the process. Is there cogless versions of the others too? Yes, sir. Okay, so I don't... This guy isn't done, because I need the tiles for the crotch and the butt. But I need those tiles. That's Bumblebee, or B127. And then we got D16 with his very round chest. This guy has a jetpack. Bumblebee doesn't, but. And then Orion packs. So they're tiny, they're simple, they're not super strong, they're not super articulated, and they're kind of just not that great, in my opinion. But I wanted to make them to scale with the larger versions and potentially make an Alphatron, potentially. There's a very high possibility there's an Alphatron on the list, so yeah, that's to answer your question, Ripoff. Ball joints just allow for much more organic poses. Yes. I mean, ratchets, at least the Lego ratchets, have very little, or at least the clicks. I don't know what you call them, but the clicks are very few and far between. So A stance looks like, you know, a ratchet A stance would be like this kind of thing, you know. It's just not that great. But do you plan on making just the Core 4, or do you plan on making Sentinel or Alphatron? Yeah, to answer your question, probably Sentinel. Probably Alphatron, high probability. I'm not sure about Sentinel though, because I don't have, I probably need to part out some builds then, but yeah. Hey, I had an idea for a Soundwave fig, and I planned on making him a motorcycle with all the Casseticons being his biker gang or something. Got any tips on what I should do? That's a good question. I mean, preferably you want all the motorcycles to, or at least the cassettes as motorcycles, maybe fit inside Soundwave in alternate mode, so maybe like a Hot Rod Big Rig or something. Not Hot Rod the character, but you know, with the Hot Rod flames and giant smokestacks and, I don't know, a massive moose bumper kind of thing. Yeah. Is it size accurate to your other TF1 transformable Orion and D? Yes, they are. Here, let me just, since these guys' videos are out. They're small. The cogless versions are very small. There's not in center. There we go. Yeah, they're very small. And I mean, that's kind of why I didn't really want to go into a bunch of other designs, say like Jazz or Ironhide, just because it'd just be an unnecessary use of pieces. But yeah. Also, these are the final forms of Optimus and Megatron, so they're significantly, actually, I'm not sure. They might be the same height, I'm not sure. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought they were a little bit taller. I'm not positive. Do you have any 1x1 plates with a clip on top in blue? 1x1 plate with a clip on top. Oh, for the ears? I actually don't have any of those pieces. And I did kind of want to replicate the look, because Orion in the in TF1 doesn't, like, his cogless form doesn't have ears. Or at least he does have ears, but they're very low on his body. Or on his head, sorry. Not sure what I'm talking about. Planned on making him a combiner. That'd be pretty cool. I mean, in terms of scale, I think you'd have to make the Casseticons, at least those characters in their modes, significantly larger than what their scale is currently. Why doesn't the final form of Optimus have blue windshields? Good question. So, in here, let me just take this off. I have a bracket that holds the whole body together, and I have that in black. I I do have it in blue, but the goal was translucent blue, which I don't believe this bracket comes in. If it does, it's probably really expensive. So that's why it's black. And it adds another color, so you could say they're excuses, but you know. Could you make G1 Beachcomber? Is also on the list. On the previously mentioned hit list. Alright, Ripoff, thanks for stopping by, and I'll hope to see you next time. Hopefully you don't have any more tragic dreams. At least to me, they're tragic. That one you said was pretty tragic. Anyways, thank you for stopping by, and yeah. Let's see. Have you made a dogged B127? Dogged. Oh, cogged. Yes, I have. Where is he? Vehicle mode. He's a little brick. Yeah, that's pretty much all I can say. And then robot mode. Can't show you that right now, but I'm not super happy with how skinny the legs are. At least in comparison to how wide the hips are. So, yeah. That's Bumblebee. I just had an idea. What if I made the Cassetticons RC cars and Soundwave is just a larger motorcycle and the Cassetticons attached to Soundwave like Ultra Magnus? I mean, here's another idea. I don't know if you'll like it, but if you made Soundwave a sidecar motorcycle and then you just fit all the RC cars in the side, that'd be kind of cute. But Soundwave is just a large robot playing with dogs and birds. If you simplify the story. Maybe you can change the clips on the back of the roof to black. On the back of the roof. On the back of the roof. Are you referring to Bumblebee? Oh, these pieces. Yeah, I could do that. You know, just to... Yeah, I get what you're saying. To make the streamlined thing, but... Yeah, I could do that. Droid arms and clips. Yeah, okay. Let's change that right now. Also, head reveal. Bumblebee's head. So just replace this and this in black. I have those pieces right here. Oh, here's another one. And another one. See if I this is not supposed to be that. That's right here. There we go. I had a funny idea that I'm not gonna do, but would be a funny thought. What if the reason Megatron turned into a gun in G1 is because the Fallen wants a gun, so he made Megatron become one? That's kind of funny, yeah. Just a little bit. There we go. And then reattach his head. There we go. And put this back right here. Oh, you know what? I could also make these 2 by whatever things to fill that out. Alright, have fun on Soundwave. I don't have any. I'm running low on those parts. I also need to sort because I bet I have a bunch that are just laying around. Sad. Looks a lot better, yeah. I could also do these. This could work. Let's see. Intensely licking. Oh, right here. So, could do this, and then that means we need another one. I believe I have it right there. Just another one. Beachcomber has a big part coming up in the new Skybound comics. I always thought that was very cool. At least because in the those comics you're talking about, he's using, or at least the author is using, different characters to express different feelings, and I thought it was really cool. At least I haven't read anything about it at all, but I've watched it on some reviewing videos, you could call. Is it possible to move your camera down 0.5 centimeter? I can angle it down, I can't move it down. If that's, I don't know, is that better at all? Probably not, but let's see. Oh, this would this work? Yeah, no problem, Logan. I'm not sure if this still works in the other mode, robot mode, but I'm gonna try this out. See if it might work. It might work. It might work. I'm gonna make it too wide and keep it black so it's nice. nothing. Anyways, sorry for not showing this. Actually, I'm not sure how that looks. I don't care for that. Let's try this again. Trying to make this look better. I can change this jumper to black too. Still making revisions. Here's a jumper. What do you do? City Formers, Metroplex, or Triptychon? More big boys. I mean, not sure if you've seen the older videos, but I made some extremely tiny versions of those characters. And for the time, I mean, at least looking back at it, those videos got pretty good views. I don't know. I didn't love the scale though. I thought it felt too simplistic for those characters. But considering what views we're getting right now, those ones did pretty dang good. Which is odd to say, because I think I'm not sure how much of the our audience we lost after upping quality, at least in videos. So I'm not sure. But if you wanted to check those out, they're very simple builds. Yeah, they're not my best, but hey, that was a number of years ago. Also, that's when my voice was very high. And if you want to see younger Sea Bunny, that's where he'll be. That'd be sweet. Take your time on it though. If you do, you're a busy guy. I mean, school is what mainly keeps me busy, which is unfortunate, but hey, gotta go to school. What's your stance on old G1 Devastator? So I have two versions. My first version got pretty good views. It's also a very small build, and it's not that great. But people enjoyed it, and I mean, then version 2, which was significantly larger, I thought it was a massive upgrade. And then I compared it to what I have right now, and it's not that great. It's really tiny, it's really flimsy, it still has parts forming, even though the goal was not to, which obviously I've given up on that now, but yeah. So I'd say version 3, definitely an upgrade. I mean, I explained this last stream too, but I wasn't super happy with version 2 Devastator, which is why I never posted the full combination video. So yeah, that's that's my stance on it. It's my very complicated stance on it. How did your voice age from 8 to 17 in 3 years? Special times, you know. It happens quick. That's the least I can say. My original Devastator was bad. None of the components even looked like robots. That's unfortunate, but I guess we all start somewhere, don't we? I mean, like if you take a look at my oldest build, which I actually still have him, this guy. This is the only old build that I have kept together. I actually revised some of the colors and I stole some of the colors too. You can see that red piece I took away and I changed the wings because I wanted this stripe. But, I mean, this was designed after the Siege Jetfire, which is a little different from the G1, but it's small enough that it's kind of not really recognizable between the two. And this guy's like super simple, you know, bare minimum to get the job done. And then say you compare that to this guy, significantly more complicated, better looking in both modes, prioritizing articulation and aesthetic. Also, I got these pearl silver pieces. Not sure how you guys, or what you guys think of that, but my original, here's some context. The plan for the G1 builds is to not include any translucent or shiny colors, because those shades of color didn't exactly exist in the cartoon. So, you know, just trying to achieve hyper cartoon accuracy. And Nemesis Prime was my exception because he hasn't appeared in any media except for Siege, I believe. And all the toys put him as having those extra details with, say, chrome. I didn't have chrome, but chrome and translucent stuff. So I added translucent red brick for the chest, and I got these very expensive screwdriver pieces in pearl silver. They're not cheap. I believe they're like $3 per piece, which probably won't be paying again. And I could switch this out for Optimus too, but I think it works better on Nemesis because he's more monochrome. So, yeah. That is Nemesis V2. I don't know about making a video for him because I've already featured him in multiple videos as size comparison. And I don't know if you guys want a video on him. He's exactly the same as Optimus, so he's not that interesting. Let's see. Other robots. Oh. I actually do, completely forgot about this guy. Tiger Cat. The OC I made a couple months ago, or weeks, no months. I still have him built, and all the vehicles I think I like the vehicles a little bit better than the combined mode, just because of how much it resembles Devastator, which was not the intention originally. The intention was to model the Mega Kaiju from Pacific Rim 2, which widely considered not really a movie, but you know, I thought that was the only cool thing that came out of it. So, to answer Student Scissors' old question, if he's still here, I'm not sure. Or if someone else asked that same question. But Tiger Cat is still built and still thriving, just thriving on top of some boxes. That was also the continuation of what I wanted to do for OCs. Just because, again, if you watched the Topsy video where I explained where I got the idea from, well, I said I played SnowRunner, and that's how I found Topsy. So, if you're unaware, I play SnowRunner. I'm not sure how many of you guys actually know what that game is, but it's a very fun driving game where you drive trucks, and that's pretty much it. And I got those ideas for some of Tiger Cat's vehicle modes from that. So I thought that was pretty cool. Mando, welcome. How goes it? The welcoming party for Mando. Also, Logan Muncie. I'm not sure if you're still here, but I tried doing a 2x whatever full length of the thing windshield. I'm not happy with these clips, but yeah. I mean, it's not as flush. It doesn't sit as low, but let me know your thoughts. I mean, it's still a sleek brick, but it's got some gaps, and the head is poking out the top now. So there's a massive gap in the middle. I'm not sure what to do with that. So if you have any ideas, I'd be open to that. And again, with Tarn, I've gotten nowhere. So, oh no, he might be a lost cause. Might be. I'm trying though. There's some resemblance. I do remember it was a fairly chubby tank though. If you're wondering. It was a chubby tank. So that's about all I can give you. Impressed that you kept that. None of my old builds ever survive. I would assume you're talking about the Jetfire. Yeah, I mean, that's the only build I've kept. I actually took them apart, and then I kept that one tile on the head with the stripe, and then I put them back together because I thought, you know what, maybe it's best I keep my first build together, just, you know, to see how far I've come, which now you can see that, which is cool. Parts limitations is like the Grim Reaper, for real. But hey, at least that Jetfire is pretty tiny, so I don't have too much difficulty with that. And I do, now and again, scavenge from him, but I usually end up putting it back, except for that one piece on the back. Let's see. Every silver object in G1 was white, and now because of that, we get nerds arguing over whether Optimus' legs are white or silver. Well, it's kind of a dumb argument, but I think they're white, personally. Sorry to disappoint. I mean, the original idea was that there was chrome in G1, it's just they didn't have the color, so they made it white. But the idea was to make it chrome. So, I mean, you could say it goes either way. I'm just happy they weren't actually silver. What hell that would be to build in Lego. That would be difficult, just because it's a completely different shade. And to contradict your liking of gray, Mando, it'd be very difficult to make each color stand out. And yes, I do like gray. It's a very cool color. Gray is the technically accurate color. Is it though? Are you sure? Gray works, just not accurate, yeah. That's a fair way to put it. Search up G1 Optimus and tell me what you find. I find images of a really cool looking robot. And his name is Optimus. That's about it. I tried white on my latest Prime. I didn't like it very much. I mean, you could say it's a taste thing too, you know. I could understand why you wouldn't like white, because I think my first version, or before I made the video of my first Optimus, the legs were not white. And at the time, I wasn't focused on hyper-tune accuracy until I did change it and I really liked it, so the rest is history, you could say. Ripoff, welcome back. Or buy again, sure. For real this time? Okay. Sure. Anyways, this is what I got so far. It's just kind of a chunky tank so far. Not sure how the leg goes up here, but maybe it might be working. MCU Phase 6 setup. I haven't been into the MCU stuff, like at all, so I'm not exactly sure what you're talking about, but I'm ready. I can tell you that. I don't remember how this goes. But I'm pretty sure the head comes all the way up. Oh my goodness. What did I just do? Oh my goodness. Okay, just so you know, I'm still transforming Tarn, but I just figured something out, and I think it potentially could be how he transforms. Potentially. Or not. But it could be. But there's a high likelihood it isn't. Yes, life-changing. Exactly. Oh, you know what? I think it is. Sorry for psyching everybody. Yeah. Oh, it is. It is life-changing. It's working. Hold up. Here, I'll move back to here. Wiggle this. And straighten that. Maybe. Fold that down. And then... Let's see. It's weird when you see a high like count on a comment on one of your videos. Yes, it is very weird, but I mean, I guess congrats for the people who get high amounts of likes on their comments. Not exactly sure what it gives you, if it gives you anything at all. But there seems to be a large portion of YouTube that enjoys getting many likes on comments, and I guess that's their thing. I don't understand it, but you know, that might be a me problem. Okay, and then life-changing moment. Yes. See, that's a pretty chunky tank. It's a pretty chunky tank. I also took off some parts that may or may not work. They don't. That's unfortunate. Is there a UFO in the background? A helicopter just went over. I don't know if that's what you're hearing. Sorry about that. But let's see. Yes, Cosmos is confirmed. Yeah, helicopter. I'm sorry about that. Can't really change that. Yeah, I think that was a helicopter. Yes, it is Tarn, and he's very chunky. He's not exactly as sleek as the Legacy toy. Unfortunate, but it's okay. It's gonna be alright. Okay, now there's something else other than a helicopter going outside. It sounds like a car, a very loud car. Bulky part on my Tarn. Well, hey. Multiverse theory. Original design, that'd be cool. Alright, there we go. Chunky Tank Tarn. Chunky Tank Tarn is done. And he was transformed. So now I have a reference off of for how he's gonna look like when I maybe do a video on him. Also, this transformation was not fun. It's way too much. Way too many little mini corrections that really shouldn't be necessary for such a simple transformation. SMDC, Jeremy Gonzalez, welcome. Looks like TFA Blitzwing, kind of, yeah. Very chunky, but I don't know. Also, I did watch some episodes of TFA, and I thought that Blitzwing was the funniest character. I think the thing that caught me off guard the most was his German accent. I thought that was really funny. But yeah, there you got Tarn in his chunky tank mode. And then we'll have Bludgeon right here. And then some other cool comic characters like Straxus and G-Axis. And I don't know. I kind of want to do like some comic exclusive characters. I mean, you know, with Hasbro doing the, or Takara, I forget which one, doing the comic edition characters. I thought those were cool. So, yeah. You've yet to see Wreck-Gar. Oh boy. That's not good. Did you make a tutorial on him, or is he exclusive to this live? So far, this is the only showcase of him. I think in another live stream too, but I'm not sure which live stream. This is the only time I've shown Tarn, which, yeah. So you're lucky if you're seeing this. Honestly, I wanted to do a Halloween special this year where I would build Tarn and Rampage, since they are the Transformers franchise's biggest serial killers. Whoa. But college is eating up a little too. Well, I mean, unfortunate, but hey. Tarn, pretty cool. Scarface, welcome back. Yes, this is Tarn. This is Tarn. Scarface, this is Tarn. Do you have Cosmos built? No. I have no exclusive Season 2 characters built. I mean, you could say, well, yeah. But that's my best explanation for I have. Let's see. I'm gonna put the cogged versions back up top. More of Swoop? Anybody? Swoop is cool. He's very simple and he's very chunky, which I don't know how much will be the same for other Dinobots, because they're not simple. So yeah. Swoopy, swoopy. Do you think you could build some RID 2001 Lego Transformers? RID. RID. Let me look. What is RID? Transformers RID. Oh, robots in disguise. I don't know why I can't think of that, but you said 2001. I thought this was a little later. This is like following TFP. I might do some characters, maybe. I don't know. I haven't watched it, and from my knowledge, from my limited knowledge, not many people enjoy it, but maybe a couple characters. Maybe. I started making a Lego Red Alert for fun. I got the chest and head done. It's not really G1 accurate, but I'll probably never finish it. It might never if I get bored enough. That's unfortunate, but that sounds like a fun thing to do. Red Alert is very cool, and I think you can only do him if he has Inferno next to him, in my opinion. But I want to see Huffer. You want to see Huffer? You can see Huffer. There's little Huffer. Do you have enough pieces to make more than one transformer, or do you disassemble them to get some more parts? I have majority of the builds I've made ever are together, I believe. I think. Maybe, I'm not sure. But I would like to keep a lot of them together. At least maybe season 1. I don't think I can manage keeping like all G1 characters together. There's too many. Also, can he hold Prime's trailer? I don't think he can. It'd be cool if he did. Also, Prime's trailer is massive. It's 6 wide. Huffer's 2 wide, so. Yeah. Swoop looks fire. Thank you, Mendo. Looking better than the SS-86. Thank you. I mean, purely focusing on tune accuracy, I think he looks pretty good. Oh, you're talking about, okay. Car robot in Japan. Okay. Yeah, that's cool. I'm not doing Inferno. Oh no. Stutopian, you made a terrible mistake. You need to do Inferno. He's cool. I actually have the Kingdom Inferno. He's really cool. He's very fun to play with. You repaint him into pipes? Yeah, you could. I'm not, at least right now, but you definitely could. It's the same thing, right? So please don't come to my house. Don't worry. How many Transformers do you have at the moment? Lego Transformers. Let's see. Also, I have a question for Lego Transformers. Do you want me to count all 6 Constructicons or just Devastator? Big question. It's very life-changing. Count them? Okay. 367,767. Oh gosh, that's a lot. I don't think I have that many. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 30, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 40. Actually, wait, this is 41. This is 42, and this is 43. I got 43. 43. That's all. Yeah, that's pretty close. Sorry. And then I also have Reflector, but I don't have the parts. So, yeah, there we go. Yeah, 43 Transformers. Assembled. Not taken apart, but assembled. I don't think I have any others. I think that's all. Yes, it is a very large Megatron, and it's very cool. So I just like that this sags a little though. Wish I could fix that. Actually, I can. Let me fix that. Whoops. Is Huffer in a tutorial, and also how many Bricklink orders do you have in a month? I have not had a Bricklink order in the past 2 months, so I think I'm doing okay. And yeah, I'd say on the lucky months, like my birthday month and Christmas month, I would put in maybe 1, maybe 2 Bricklink orders, but that's pretty much the only times I get the chance to do those things. I mean, I was lucky enough for my cousin to give me most of his Lego, so he's really nice. Alright, here's something that doesn't sag. Actually, it does a little. Dang it. It's not too much. Can you transform him? I mean, I can. I won't show you the process, though, because this is a very secretive build. Just to be annoying. Imagine seeing that life size. I mean, to my knowledge, the Walther P38 is not a large, not a large thing, so I don't know how much bigger it would be, but yeah. Let's see, Death by Lego, certainly. Lego is not cheap. Megs looks amazing, thank you very much. Wait till you see robot mode. I like him even more then. Love G-Axis, yes. He's very cool looking. I feel like most comic characters are very cool looking. Transform Megs, yep, working on it. Well, if you show everything here, then nobody will watch the review. Yep. So I meant, imagine driving in Huffer and then you see Megatron. Oh. Yeah, that'd be terrifying. Okay, that makes more sense. And Tarn, because why not? Why not? Why not? Because why not? Have you made any aquatic transformers? Nope. I don't know. I'm pretty sure Sea Spray's the only one. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Sea Spray is the only aquatic transformer. I'll watch it. Okay. Thank you for the support, Logan. Yes. G-Axis. Yep. That do be his name. I mean, he's a boat, not a submarine, but it counts. Yes. I mean, if you want to be real nerdy about it, I don't actually know if he's a boat. That's really dumb. He is a boat. Working on Soundwave some, but I ran into an issue. His torso is too long, and if I continue with the front tire, he'll be really disproportionate. Well, all I can say to you is good luck. That's the best I can give you. Sorry to disappoint. Yeah, and if you're wondering, this Megatron is significantly more complex, which means he's better in every way. Broadside is a aircraft carrier and a fighter jet. Broadside. I don't think I've heard that name, like, ever. Which means I'm not completely educated on the topic, which is unfortunate, but good to know. Do you like working on V2s more or creating new Transformers? That's a good question. I mean, in terms of what makes me get my creative juices flowing, probably making new builds. But in terms of as a final product that makes me happier to look at, I don't know, V2s are pretty gratifying. Because, well, you can also see how much it's improved, you know. And I think if it's especially a character that you've used a lot, or you've tried a lot of attempts at it, I think it's especially satisfying when you finally come up with something that's way better than anything you've ever built. And yeah, just a good feeling. Technically a G1 character? Sure. Technically. Still wouldn't know. Didn't watch season 3. Have you ever liked the fact that Angry Birds collabed with Transformers? I mean, I don't mind. I think it's kind of funny. Making V2s more? Yeah. Or, I mean, you could continue that onto V3s and V4s and V5s and etc. It just goes on, and it doesn't stop. He's a triple changer air raid, whoever the Afraid of Heights aerial bot is. I'm not sure. I haven't seen season 2 in so long. I watched it twice, and then I haven't had the time to rewatch it, which is unfortunate. Because I thought season 2 of G1 was very fun, from what my memory serves, but okay. Got Megatron here. Let's see. So far, I got everything but the arms and head and the Cassetticons. That's pretty good. You're making good progress, man. The Angry Birds Transformers game used to be peak. Now it has Battle Pass with character repaints that you have to pay $20 for each season. That's unfortunate. Is Devastator the only combiner you made, or are there more? He's the only one I have made right now, and I guess you could count Tiger Cat, but yeah. Do you plan on making a Soundwave V2? Those gaps in the alt mode are pretty egregious. I mean, I'd be open to making a V2. I think, personally, I was pretty happy with Soundwave. Version 2 would definitely be with dark blue, but yeah, I'd be open to it. Tutorial on Transformers 1 Prime? Yes. After main cast. I prefer your version's proportions over STSC. Thank you, dude. Thank you. Broadside endearingly sucks and we love him for it. Yep. Or at least I would assume yep. Okay, so here's Megatron. His arms are short. I need to lengthen them. But yeah, that's how he looks. There's no red, which, because I wanted to make Robot look good. And he doesn't have ankle tilt, which is unfortunate. But that's how he looks. Anyways, I've got to go eat. So I think that's a good spot to end the stream. Thank you to everybody who joined. Apologies, Student Scissors, but I've stolen that one guy. Anyways, thank you for tuning in for 133 minutes. Hopefully I get to do another stream soon, potentially. So yeah, I'm gonna go eat, and hopefully you guys have a good rest of your day or night or morning. And thanks for tuning in again. Yeah, thank you everybody, and bye-bye.